other nouns like she, he, another person like Rob or Samantha. Notice that we can use the same verb, but it ends with an S. It ends with an S. So we can say, she gets up at 5:30 a.m. She gets up at 5:30 a.m. He starts work at 11 a.m. He starts work at 11 a.m. And Rob, it's a name of a man. Yeah? Rob leaves work at 7 p.m. We can also say Shelley, a woman, leaves work at 7 p.m. Okay. Shelley leaves work at 7 p.m. And so again, this pattern we've been noticing with these practice sentences. I, you, we, they. When we use an action word, a verb, eat, start, leave, rise, fall, it does not end with an S. There's no S. On the other hand, when we have the nouns, subject words like he, she, it, or an actual name of a person like Rob or Shelley, we use the same verb, the same stem, but there's an S at the end. He eats. She eats. It. I don't know if it can eat. Maybe it. It. Trying to figure out an action word with it. It. Well, fine. You can say it eats. Maybe we don't know the gender. Say it eats lunch at 2 p.m. And then yes, I eat, you eat, we eat, they eat lunch at 2 p.m. All right. So let's continue on. All right. Okay. And so we just went through a few examples in which when we have she, he, it, there's an S at the end of the verb. Again, she eats, he eats. But there are two exceptions. When we have a verb that ends with SH, like finish, notice it's not just an S, but it's an ES. So it's he finishes, ES, he finishes. It's not finish. It doesn't sound right. This isn't right. Yeah. He finishes. She finishes. He finishes work. She finishes work. All right. So when we have an SH at the end, we write out ES. ES. And same here. She watch. Yeah. She watches. So when we have a CH at the end of a verb, it's not watch. doesn't sound right. She watches, es. She watches. She watches TV. Okay? She watches TV. So this is not right. She watches TV. So remember, most verbs ends with an S, right? With he, she, it. But if there's an SH, we end it with ES. If there's a CH, we end it with ES as well, okay? And here we're just referring to the pronunciation. So yes, we were going over these, the sounds of these words just now. We can go over it again as well. Eats, eats. It's a sound of an S, eats. Okay? Finishes, leaves. We have a sound of it's almost like a Z sound, yeah? And then watches, is, watches, IS, watches, finishes, finishes, watches. Okay, so my mistake. Finishes, watches. It's almost like the IS sound at the end. Finishes, watches. Here, if we have anything maybe that ends with a V, with an ES sound, Z, leaves. He leaves for work at 6 p.m. He leaves, Z, Z. He leaves for work at 6 p.m. But when we have the ES at the end, after sh and sh, he watches TV. He finishes work. It's an IS sound, watches, finishes, all right? And we'll continue to practice the sounds. Like along with spelling, I can understand. Even for me, I have to think about it twice. So give me 1 second. Let me clear the drawings here. Okay. So let's repeat, or please repeat after me. We'll go ahead and go through the sounds of these words and just listen to the ending of each sound, okay? Starts, starts, S sound, starts. She starts work at 7 a.m. She starts work at 7 a.m. Washes, washes. She washes her clothes. She washes her clothes. Yeah. Goes, z, z, goes. He goes to the market every day. Z, Z sound, right? He goes to the market every day. Watches, watches. Samantha watches TV at night. Samantha watches TV at night. Finishes, finishes. Rob finishes work at 8 p.m. Finishes. Rob finishes work at 8 p.m. Wakes, wakes.